Hello, this is JR. Been a while, but I had a lot of things to do. And again, I want to say I'm sorry. In the last chapter of the Be Heroes, I yawned and coughed. Again, I'm sorry. And again, I'm so sorry about that. And I didn't know what I was doing. Because I was just, I guess my being so tired the day before just kicked in overdrive. Anyways, moving on. YouTube, internet. Sorry, I have to use the pictures off of the internet. Again, I'm sorry. And this is part 5 of What If Izuku Was a Bee Fighter, Black Beetle, Frozen. Again, one, I do not own My Hero Academia or even Bee Fighter / Big Bag Beetleborgs. Let's go. Again, YouTube, sorry. Internet, I'm sorry. We left off when he said it was a test. Katsuki Bakugo, again, this about, 11, ran over to Izuku, who was still in his Black Beetle armor. They said, a test? Yeah. Again, he still has his Stingo, I'm calling it a stinger weapon. Here's a, right there, the weapon. It's, again, in the bright background, it's too bright. Hope this does it into this form. A sable. He said, bingo. What do you mean? I think they were testing us. But those other three, I think they were here to actually give support and was ready to attack us at any time. That's what I'm thinking. He held up his arm. His sable became back to being the original size. The original, if I can find the picture. There we go. And that one on top. It's this one here on top. Back to the original condensed form. He said, I'm still kind of worried. I have no idea. Into, they heard a noise. They heard a voice. Young! Izuku Midoriya! And again, both. Again, Izuku just had a, he's in his armor, but he was actually said, Mom? Again, Mom? Mactism? And literally, Mactism, I was say in Midoriya, walked over, grabbed hold of him by his sword armor, or by his helmet, I think, no. Well, I'd say by the eel, but again, helmet, let's say by his horns, I guess. I'm trying to find the proper, his horn, I guess. Or his sword armor. Sword armor would probably be a good idea. Again, not sure. He said, you're in so much deep trouble. I said, yes, ma'am. He said, Choco cancer, and yeah, he has Borg. Of course, he hold up this device, the Black Commando. And after that, of course, Inko or Mactism. Was Mactism was it extreme? You know what, Mactism, it's probably easy. I forgot to rewatch part 1. Again, I'm sorry. Yeah, it has to be Mactism because that's what I used in part 4. Part 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, I'm sorry. After that, after they said definitely, and he gave the Black Commando to Mactism, aka his mom, Salamando walked in and said, honey, just calm down. Of course, they try to keep the reference, aka him being, because his mom and dad being pro heroes, away. Now, after that, Endeavor and Blizzard walked over to the old kids and said, "How they doing?" "We're okay." Isuku's the one who kind of fought them. "Yeah." And, of course, left. And, of course, he was, I can't say it properly, but he was grounded for, see, he was 11, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 16 or 17, let's say around 6 years. He said, that's okay. He said, I take the L, and that's fine. Well, turns out after that, he decided to, not, relying on his B command all the time, or the armor. He looked at the commando. He said, "I'm sorry, Black Beetle, but I have to train without you. Again, I'm sorry." So he put it into his room, being grounded, so he had a small glass case, plastic glass, or just plain Jane glass, so heavy glass. So he decided to spend the next 6 years, yes, this is going to be a time skip, 6 years of focusing on his studies, martial arts, Muay Thai, all his training, both mentally and physically. Along with after that, his sister said, "You know what, I'm going to do the same thing without my quirk." So yeah, turns out the Bakugo twins and Kosuke was in trouble, which he said, "You know what, looking back on it, I was an idiot." And along with Soto said, "Yeah, I was kind of idiot too, I nearly used mine, but I didn't, but I still nearly used mine." So yeah, and both agreed to not to use the quirks and just study. Well, Kosuke asked his dad, "Dad, once I get to the age, can you send me to military school so I can train and become a little bit more wiser so my ego doesn't get too carried away?" So Kasumi said, "Yeah, me too." Agreed. So the girls asked their mother to see if they could train or take up classes in the medical field too, to be on the safe side too. They said not yet because they want to learn more about being a hero, or, like a super case, be a human. So they asked their mom and dad to put bracelets on to cancel the quirk. So time skip. The 6 years went by, and they all 17. They doing a lot of the Tokyo twins. After they went through military school and therapy, they actually decided to go through training in martial arts, Muay Thai, Tai Chi, everything. Along with the Tokyo twins as well. And Izuku actually picked up music too, so he decided to learn how to play the guitar, the instruments, learn how to sing from his uncle, President Mike. Which again, President Mike spent more time with them than Sotosawa, which again, Sotosawa can actually really want to spend some time with the kids and just get to know them more again. Along with Miss Midnight, which again, she kind of looked up her photo, okay, the journal that Izuku has on them of what to upgrade on her costume, which again, she kind of looked up the biocloth too, which was coming out. So you guys looked into it a little bit and decided to say, I'm going to wait a little longer, until she decided to really look into it, which about 2 weeks before the 2 weeks before the sludge feeling incident. Now, this is about the start of the series, up to the sludge feeling incident, okay? I'm going to try my best here, okay? Again, internet, YouTube, I'm sorry. Again, YouTube, if I go over a second, it's going to be in 15 minutes even. It's 15 minutes, 0.01 second. I'm sorry. This again a few times. Thank you for letting me upload that. Again, thank you. When they went to school or everything like that, of course, was just him. It was like Kosuke goes walking to school, and they were talking about the different martial arts they'd be taking lately. Seriously? Well, yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. 20, actually. No. Yeah, but they definitely have a lot of weaknesses. Johnny say anything? No, you don't. Of course, after he said, nope, no, you don't. Because Kosuke pretty much know that Suku has his eyes, going up and down, left and right. Kind of doing the whole time mummy thing with his hand, with his thumb under his chin, his index finger or his first finger on his nose, mumbling. He said, Suku, you're doing that thing again. Sorry, don't be. You already, yep. Oh boy, yeah. So they walked, and he grabs a notebook. After he got to class, he grabs a notebook and, did, Mount Lady, Death Arms, and also Kamui Woods on his journal, 13. After he did, of course, he wrote everything down. The school, well, like in the series, the school was a pain in the ass for Suku, but he does have some few teachers that try to help him. Now, the teacher has, in the series, which I forgot to mention this, in all my other ones, again, I'm sorry, listen to this one, knows that Suku can fight back, but he knows for the fact that Suku trains best not to start trouble, but uses rules, not his physical strength. Which he said, because in his breast, it was in his mind, he's probably said, Suku has more willpower than me. Again, some other guys in the class and girls know for a fact that Suku can become a great hero with his commando, but some kids there were 11 know about his B commando, but also know that he is grounded. So that's why he doesn't really show it off. He said, after that they know for a fact that even without it, he's a good martial artist. With that big grin of his, yeah, they're terrifying. Got done, a second teacher came in and, well, he just had to start up shit when the first one had to use the bathroom. Start up shit, and again, when the teacher came back, he said, what the fuck are you doing? Again, YouTube, internet, this is not for kids, I am cussing, again, I'm sorry. And the first subscriber that actually subscribed to me, I'm going to kind of say thank you, and you don't have to subscribe to me, I really don't care. If you do try to keep up with some of these fanfics, thank you. Which I'm going to try my best to keep going, but again, I'm going to take my time. Back to the story. Now that the first teacher just pretty much punched the second teacher in the face and told him he's an idiot and a royal jackass, lifted him up and thrown it, said, class. Hell, said, well, yeah, Suku can easily become a villain. Okay. So he got done with it. Of course, that second teacher said, so what? So you're feeling disguise. So he said, I called pro heroes to arrest him again. Everyone, the males kind of said, when we get older, we're going to be like to him, aren't we? Yep. All the guys said the same thing, said at the same time. Teacher, can we have therapy? I'm asking my mom and dad to get me into therapy. Because the girls, yeah, same there with us. Again, the first teacher, the original teacher, got done, punched this guy in the face, calling him a jackass, lifted him up and said, get back to class, and threw him in the hallway. Of course, he called the teacher, called the principal was out there, said, yeah, you fired. Grabbed hold of him, headlocked him, drug him out of class, out of school, said, don't come back. And of course the principal's brother was actually a police officer and arrested him hot off to jail. After class was ended, they're walking home. Of course, Kosuke said, hey, do you want to come along with us? Nah, I gotta help. No, I got a few things I gotta do. No, I got to grab some few things for Mom. Okay, see ya, and walked away. On the way to his home, of course, he took a shortcut, which I gotta, this is going to be close to 15 minutes, so I'm saying, this is you saying, gotta go, like and subscribe, you don't have to. If you want to, you don't want to, That's fine. That's cool. Don't worry about it. So, see ya.